Hi there. Welcome to session 5 of the Family Addiction Engagement Training. In session 5, we get down to some of the meat here. Some of them, and when I say that, it's like the family recovery message was one strategy for the family to work together to deliver a message to their loved one incrementally, over time, consistently. And in this session, I am going to present 3 other pathways to 3 other kinds of conversations. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about some of the obstacles to having a team. So this whole thing with team is super important. My bias is that you do have a team, or at least consider a team, and talk to other people and think about who can be on that team. I'm going to get into that a little bit more. And then 3 different pathways to have conversation with your loved one. And if you've been doing the field work and taking some of the suggestions, you've already started the first pathway, which is planting seeds. And then I give information about how to be prepared. If your loved one says, I want to do this, what do? I want you to be prepared for that. I also want you to be prepared if they say, no, I'm not ready, or I will never be ready. We talk a little bit about preparation, and then we talk about, like, I go over a healing pathway, 6 different step healing pathway that I use with individuals when I'm working with them in a pretty intensive coaching process with the individual. I go over that, and then I talk about, as the individual is going through their own change process, it's optimal that the family is going through their own change process as well. And we talk about parallel paths, and the family has its path, the individual has its path, and instead of siloing them off, I think is pretty much the norm. What I like to do is to have times when they come together, so facilitated family meetings. And that starts once the individual has some solid goals, some solid action steps. They have a deliberate daily life cycle that they use. They're tracking it themselves. The whole idea here is that the individual is in command of their own journey, because I'm not going to be the police. You're not going to be the police. There may be times when them being in a sober living and getting drug testing, and which can be framed more as a safety net than policing. There may be times when that's super helpful. And there may not be. Anyhow, this session kind of goes deep into the 3 different pathways, conversation to engage your loved one, and some of the things you can do to prepare on the front end and know what to do on the back end. Okie doke. Thank you.